Russia's defense industry is currently developing a new stealth bomber. But unlike the notorious US bombers, which have been around for quite some time now, this aircraft provides a glimpse into the next generation of aviation technology that the Russian military will use. The wing-like aircraft is a huge leap forward regarding the speed and stealth required in modern warfare. The United States generally leads the pack when it comes to covert operations, with innovations ranging from the first stealth aircraft, the F-117 Nighthawk, to the future B-21 radar. The country is at the top of the chain. But Russia also leaves no stone unturned in snatching the superiority away from the US. This is why it so wishes to develop a revolutionary craft that would allow it to respond back to any threats to its integrity. The goal of gaining aerial superiority over the United States and, to some extent, over its new opponent China, is what pushed Russia to construct such an expensive but effective bomber in the first place. Moscow was well aware of the current position in which the United States has pulled out of a long-standing pact meant to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. The circumstances are advancing towards a situation that could be described as a Cold War between the two superpowers. An edge in the air, in this case, is always beneficial, at the very least, to inspire dread among its opponents. For this job, Russia has selected the PAK-DA that can easily challenge the United States' air preeminence. This is especially true if Russia sells these stealth fighters to its typical purchases of military gear, particularly countries that are anti-American by birth. Therefore, American air superiority shortly is not as assured as the Department of Defense of the United States of America had envisioned. Prospective Aviation Complex for Long-Range Aviation is what PAK-DA stands for by itself. It is the sixth-generation strategic bomber being materialized by Tupolev and is intended to serve as a long-term replacement for the Tu-160M and the Tu-22M3. The PAK-DA is being built based on a wholly new airframe design, in contrast to the previous two bombers, which, along with the majority of Russia's air force, are derivatives of aircraft that are several decades old and were produced in the Soviet Union. According to the main engineer of Tupolev, the PAK-DA is a fundamentally new fighter based on novel concepts. Even though there were whispers about this project as far back as the 1990s, the first real effort to establish a new bomber project didn't begin until 2007, when the Russian Air Force provided the first set of technical and tactical specifications for the new bomber. The primary objective was to design a brand new aircraft that would be capable of matching or outperforming all of the features that are currently present in the Tu-160. During the process that disintegrated the United States Strategic Airlift Command, a number of the Tu-160s were lost. The only exception was the supersonic speed, which was given up in favor of stealth and maximum cargo capacity. As time passed, after almost a decade of bureaucratic debate and difficult research and development work, now the defense sources revealed in the summer of 2020 that the design of the PAK-DA had been finalized. To lessen the amount of effective reflective surface area, stealth technology will also be incorporated into the manufacture of the new aircraft. The plane will have the appearance of a flying wing, and it will be equipped with two strong engines that have been integrated into the hull in such a way as to minimize the infrared trace that engine emissions leave behind. The production of airframe elements will be handled by one of the United Aircraft Corporation's plants, while the development of working design documentation is complete. The material shipping has also commenced. Similarly, it was revealed that the UAC had started construction on the first PAK-DA model and was projected to be finished in 2021. At the beginning of this month, various Russian news sites stated that the PAK-DA had successfully completed an early set of performance tests. According to a person with knowledge of the defense sector who spoke with the Russian news agency RIA, the PAK-DA bomber will have the capability of sneaking past the outer layers of the air defenses of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization without being discovered. The PAK-DA is a supersonic heavy bomber that favors range and deep penetration capabilities over sheer speed and maneuverability, like its next-generation equivalents in China and the United States. And in case you were wondering why stealth was prioritized over speed and why an aircraft cannot balance both, let me explain. The thing is that you cannot have the best of both worlds. This is the case here, too. According to experts, developing a missile-carrying aircraft that is both supersonic and invisible to radars simultaneously is impossible. Because of this, a significant emphasis is placed on stealth qualities. And although it has not been officially confirmed, it is widely thought that the PAK-DA will have a maximum payload of up to 30 tons. The craft will also be able to take off from various airfields, including ground takeoffs and shorter runways, and will offer an operational range of approximately 12,000 kilometers, allowing it to fly from Moscow to any other city in North America, Rio, Brazil, or worldwide. And because it does not require refilling, there's no need to worry about it. Its 4 crew members may remain submerged for up to 30 hours, allowing them to either circle targets or hide deep inside clouds until required. The employment of advanced technology, greater aerodynamics, and a reduced engine heat signature are anticipated to reduce the PAK-DA's optical, radio frequency, and infrared visibility. The engines also pack a significant punch. They can perform their jobs in temperatures ranging from -62 degrees to +50 degrees Celsius, and bear the consequences of even a nuclear detonation. The aircraft will be able to carry and deploy deep into the Western air defenses, both standard and unique high-precision guided weapons, including conventional bombs, nuclear missiles, and hopefully very soon, even hypersonic weapons. Of course, when these weapons do become a reality though, all these things would allow for it to defeat any type of air defense system and perform its duties in any theater of military operations, regardless of the weather or other environmental factors. According to recent reports, production of the PAK-DA will begin in serial form in the year 2027. It is unknown how many production units are planned to be manufactured. Still, given that Russia's aircraft industry is actively pursuing parallel bomber modernization efforts that include the Tu-160M2, it would appear that the Russian military does not anticipate receiving a significant number of PAK-DA bombers shortly. The high cost and extensive technical requirements of the PAK-DA project also hint that the Russian Military of Defense will only be able to purchase a small first batch to increase its inventory in the future. But until we see the first one officially, the PAK-DA is no more than a plane merely made of paper. This brings us to the end of this video. If you like the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.